Hello, literature lovers. Today I want to compare modernism and postmodernism and would like to have an overall light on it. But before that, I just wanted to talk about a literary timeline. It's shown here clearly. Now, starting with the postmodernism, it started in last half of the 20th century, and the philosophy emphasizes the inclusiveness of meaning and knowledge, often expressed in modern art as a concern with representation and an ironic self awareness. So you can understand the overall perspective here being expressed how epistemology and postmodernism go through it and made a narrative out of it. Postmodernism is characterized by irony, self reflexivity, and the illusions are there. So it's filled with absurd and playful comic aspects. And this is a picture from Simpsons. So it was so elusive. I'm sure you must be aware of that parody and that pastiche in it. So really quite appealing, and now usage of the term post in the postmodernism, that is obviously the second part of the second half of the modernism, and what that after era and how it is contrary from modernism it is expressed here. You can read it clearly. It's such a big topic, so it's difficult to express all the things in. I'm sure if you comment on it, I'll try to give a better perspective of it in that later on lectures. And talking about the beat movement, that's the reason why I first referred to it. It really was begin the precursor to the postmodernism and how that movement started at that this era. And we have discussed it earlier that how postmodernism was affected by that absurd things that sometimes we are using. So you can understand the basic thing, the mass consumption and the material extent and distribution of the power in society. It really led to the moment. Now most of difficult thing that being suggested how modernism and postmodernism is differentiated. So these are the things that really were highlighted and should be taken into consideration. Some more detailed version is there how we can focus on the central theme, and it is more of human experience and how the authors are using it and what are the laws and do's and don'ts of it. Pictures are there which can show you, so you can understand. Talking into the detail, although I have discussed it, it is the black humor thing, and I have discussed it earlier also. You see the era, the history, the social background, the overall aspect of the world. That is what determines literature and theories too. So it is, if you see the postmodern era was filled with irony, absurdities, and the black humor was part of it. We almost agreed to live with the fact how things are being expressed, the metafiction thing and all. So now since the techno culture is there and most of the students are being so techy and they understand it, they are living with technology, and sometimes I forget whether I am in the real world or in the virtual world. So this hyper reality is so into our souls right now. So it will really affect, and we are so the historiographic thing, you know, what is fic and the magic realism portion. What is magic? What is reality? That is the reason why the topic into technology intertextuality was being discussed. The allusions, the references, the designs, they're so absorbing, and we are on to it. The animation portion really talk about it. So I also say when you are in doubt, you first get to know the definitions, although it becomes a bit boring, but we cannot hide the facts. What are the problems? Obviously, it is crushing the sense we are nothing new to create. The creativity level is so down right now, and obviously dystopia. We are just trying to avoid the dystopia. And talking about where we are, it's almost over of the postmodernity. So we have some postmodern conception or condition, and we are in that condition. We are in that thought that we can talk about it. The postmodern viewpoint or the metamodernism seems to be taking the postmodern condition, postmodernity as a given, not a question or a problem. The metaphors of network and convergence in creative subculture, including musicians, artists, designers, writers. They are seen to be live operations or conditions received and reperformed, not just abstractions. From this more recent perspective, living in remixed hybridity is thus obligatory, not a choice, since it is foundation for participating for a living. I hope you must have got. Thanks.